The streets of Copenhagen buzzed quietly with anticipation, a calm before a storm of history. The world expected another royal announcement, ceremonious and predictable, yet the day promised something far more personal, far more profound. Within the palace walls, tradition dictated formality, but hearts beat freely beneath the gilded ceilings. And on this day, the expected script would give way to authenticity. Princess Leonor of Spain, poised and elegant, moved with the grace of someone carrying centuries of legacy, yet also the vulnerability of youth. Today was not just another engagement announcement. Today, she and Prince Christian were breaking a silence that had long kept their personal story hidden from the world. Observers anticipated a carefully choreographed message, but the air hinted at something far more human, far more revealing. Why was this moment different? Because for the first time, the world would witness their choice, their affirmation of love, without the veil of strictly orchestrated royal protocol. The couple's eyes met, exchanging unspoken words, a dialogue that only those truly present could perceive. A nod, a subtle smile, a quiet acknowledgement of shared history and shared destiny. The cameras captured an image, but the heart of the moment remained intimate, powerful, and unfiltered. Weeks before the announcement, careful preparations had shaped the narrative. Advisors whispered in corridors. Courtiers debated optics and timing. Social media speculated endlessly. And yet, amid all this planning, the most important aspect was hidden: the genuine decision of two young royals who understood the weight of history yet desired to define their own path. The announcement itself was simple, understated, and human. Princess Leonor spoke with a voice that was steady yet warm, conveying not only her joy but her understanding of what this moment represented. Prince Christian mirrored her sincerity, demonstrating both respect for tradition and a recognition of their shared agency. They had chosen, together, to break the silence that had surrounded their relationship, to share their story with the world not as a press statement, but as a lived reality. Family dynamics added tension and depth. Royals are never isolated in their decisions. Every word, every gesture resonates through networks of lineage, legacy, and expectation. Yet in this announcement, the balance between duty and desire was struck beautifully. Parents smiled knowingly, advisors nodded, and the public glimpsed a union that honored tradition without being constrained by it. The emotional weight of the announcement was palpable. Even small gestures, a glance, a hand resting lightly on another, a shared laugh, spoke volumes about trust, love, and courage. These were not merely images for the press, they were moments of human connection, immortalized in the history of European royalty. Questions naturally arose. How had these two young heirs navigated the pressures of scrutiny, expectation, and protocol? What compromises had been necessary, and which choices were truly personal? The answers unfolded subtly, through context, background, and the behaviors of the couple during the announcement. Each word, each pause, each smile became a thread in the tapestry of their story. The ripple effects were immediate. Media outlets around the globe covered the announcement with fascination. Fans celebrated online. Analysts debated the political and social implications. And yet, amid all the speculation, the essence of the story remained simple: two people in love, asserting their voice, sharing their decision, and redefining what it means to be young royals in the modern era. As the days following the announcement unfolded, the couple continued to demonstrate grace, poise, and authenticity. Public appearances, interviews, and engagements were approached with a balance of formality and warmth. Behind the scenes, private moments revealed humor, tenderness, and the shared understanding that their love was the core of every decision. Every detail mattered. The palace itself seemed to participate in the narrative, the architecture, the gardens, and the corridors becoming silent witnesses to a personal story of monumental importance. Each photographer's click, each journalist's note, became a record of history, but the true story existed in the unspoken gestures and shared glances between Leonor and Christian. Months of preparation and secrecy culminated in a moment that resonated far beyond Copenhagen. Invitations were sent, celebrations planned, and the European public watched in awe. Through it all, Princess Leonor maintained her dignity and warmth, embodying both the responsibilities of a future queen and the authenticity of a young woman making life-altering choices. The announcement was more than a declaration of engagement, it was a testament to the possibility of human agency within the framework of centuries-old tradition. It reminded the world that even heirs to a monarchy can assert their voice, shape their narrative, and celebrate love in its most genuine form. Public response ranged from admiration to awe. Analysts dissected implications for alliances, succession, and public image. Yet at the heart of the story lay a universal truth: courage, clarity, and authenticity can shine even under the most scrutinized circumstances. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian had managed not only to announce their engagement but to do so in a manner that honored history while embracing personal choice. The emotional resonance of the moment continued to grow. Families and friends reflected on the courage required to step forward publicly. Supporters celebrated the balance between duty and desire. Observers recognized that these young royals had humanized a centuries-old institution, demonstrating that love, when paired with responsibility, can inspire a generation. As public engagements continued, every appearance by the couple reminded the world of that pivotal moment. Each interaction carried a layer of meaning, commitment, partnership, and the shared understanding of their unique position in history. The announcement was no longer just a single event, it became the foundation of a narrative that would define the next chapter of European royalty. The story of Princess Leonor and Christian breaking the royal silence is remembered not for spectacle, but for authenticity. It is a lesson in courage, human connection, and the power of choice. It is a narrative that blends history, family, duty, and love into a seamless story that resonates across generations. Even as life returned to its routines, the significance of that announcement lingered. It became a touchstone for discussions about modern monarchy, about young royals asserting their individuality, and about the ways in which tradition can coexist with personal truth. The engagement was a symbol of hope, courage, and the timeless power of love to transcend expectation. Ultimately, the announcement in Copenhagen stands as a testament to the resilience of the human heart, the wisdom of young leaders, and the enduring magic of royal love. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian did not just share news, they shared a story, a choice, and a vision for the future that continues to inspire the world. And so, the engagement announcement that broke the royal silence is remembered not only as a headline, but as a human story of love, courage, and the delicate balance between history and heart. It is a story that will echo through the halls of the palace, across Europe, and in the hearts of those who witnessed it, a story of young royals choosing authenticity, love, and legacy in perfect harmony.